What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Sunshine Way. I am your lovely host, Chiya, and welcome back to my channel where we become better teachers, better dancers, and live a life of light and let our light shine. So, y'all, I don't know if I like this lighting. It's like too bright. Let's go with this one. So, y'all, in today's video, we're going to be discussing interview tips and advice, okay? So, I'm going to go ahead and speak it into existence. You have got your interview. Your interview is there. It's waiting for you. And congratulations on landing an interview. So, today, I kind of just wanted to give my tips and my advice on how you should act, or how you should approach, that's a better word, how you should approach your interview, and just some things that you should expect and some things that should happen that is guaranteed to land you your dream teaching job. Now, before I get started, I just want to disclaim this is just my opinion and my experience, and from talking with other people. Also, just this past week, I sat in on an interview and helped ask a couple of questions and stuff and interview a candidate. So I got to kind of experience it from the other side, and then we talked about it afterwards. So I got to see like what people are really thinking when they interview somebody. And of course, I have been on interviews myself for teaching positions. So I just wanted to come on here, give y'all some great tips, some great advice. These tips and advice is not like some basic stuff. Like, this is some true stuff of what goes on in an interview and what to expect. So without further ado, let's get right into these tips. I have 7 tips for y'all, and we're going to go through these things as quick as possible. I'm going to elaborate on a couple of these things because they're kind of a little broad, and then I'm going to like kind of discuss on each one. If you have any questions after I finish, or anything you want to add or ask, please comment down below. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, and let's get right into it. The first tip that I have is dress business casual. Now, I know some people are told to like dress very professional, like a whole 3-piece suit, go and have your 2-3 inch heels on and a skirt. But no, you don't, because majority of the time you're going to be working with kids, so you want to seem like you're flexible, but you want to seem professional. You want to see like you can get down and walk around with the kids, but you also can show up to a business meeting and handle everything that you need to handle. And trust me, I know, because I do a lot of meetings myself. So with doing IEP meetings, so you want to show that you can have that flexibility. Okay, you don't want to seem too tight or too stuck up, but you also don't want to seem like you just roll out of bed and you about to go hang out on a Saturday afternoon. You don't want that. So you want business casual is what you want. You want everything to be covered as much as possible. Nothing super tight, and nothing super loose either. Like, you want it to look presentable. You want to look nice. You want to look like you care. But like I said, you want to look like you're down to earth, and that you're flexible, and that you know the fact that you're going to be working with kids in the first place. So you can't be wearing 3-inch heels to school unless you're going to keep changing your shoes out. You get what I'm saying? And number 2, come with your own questions. So I think this is very important, because you can learn a lot about a person when you hear the type of questions that they ask you, and what they're thinking in their head. Plus, not only do they want to see if you're a good fit, but you want to see if the job is a good fit for you. Because to be honest, every school and every position is not for everybody. There's a specific one that, in specific types of positions, that will work well with your personality. Certain schools and staffs and the way the schedule works, your responsibilities, whether you'll have to do car duty and all that type of stuff. So you want to ask questions like, what will my day-to-day schedule be like? How many kids will I have in the classroom? Will I have a teacher assistant? How many blocks or periods do you have? What time do they do related arts and lunch? How long is that? Do I get a break, or is my break with my planning? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you want to ask these questions to see if, sorry y'all, you want to ask those questions to see if it is a really good fit for you. That's what you want to do. You want to make sure that the job is a good fit for you. So that is number 2. Number 3, be professional but be yourself. So when answering questions, you don't want to seem like you're reading directly out of a book, but you don't want it to seem like you don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So you have to laugh a little bit, put a little bit of spin on your own questions, your answers. You also want to show like who you truly are, because you want them to see like, who is this person that I'm going to be working with, and how would those interactions seem like. And y'all know how y'all should act. Like I ain't even gotta tell y'all know how y'all should act. You need to be professional, be polite, be precise, but you also need to be like yourself. Like, be who you are and don't hide that. Number 4, be prepared to tie beneficial experiences. I'm reading out of my book. Be prepared to tie beneficial experiences to your answers. So what I mean by that is, like, if they say, have you ever dealt with a child who avoids doing tasks? Or have you ever, what would you do if you didn't get to have your planning, right? So then you'll say, well, what I would do is blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. And back in the day, I used to do this. In my other teaching positions, I've done this. Or when I worked as an after school program person, or when I worked at the donut shop, I had to do this, this, and that. So be ready to pull those beneficial experiences from your past work experiences or something in your life. Like, I used to watch my niece all the time, and when I was teaching her how to add, I did this, this, and that, right? So taking those experiences and adding them to the answers of your question can be so beneficial and give a personal and professional insight into who you are and your personality, your character, and all that, and how you interact with other adults and students as well. So yes. Number 5, be prepared to give your why. So a lot of people want to know why you want to be a teacher. Why did you decide to be a teacher? Why are you still trying to be a teacher? And maybe why you want to teach a certain subject, or why you want to teach a certain grade, or why you want to be at a certain school, right? So they want to know your why, because that helps them, A, learn who you are, and 2, helps them know which kids you would be most beneficial for, and if you're there for the right reasons, which we know that you are, or you wouldn't even be doing teacher interviews in the first place. Number 6, behavior management and planning ideals. Okay, so I'm not saying you gotta have a whole lesson plan for a whole year, not saying that, but what you do need is to be able to give kind of just light ideals, kind of just throwing them out there of what is your plan as far as behavior management, and to address certain things like task avoidance, or a child who just can't sit still, or a child who is very disruptive, or a child when they're not having a good day. Like, what do you plan to create a positive atmosphere inside your classroom and a positive relationship with your students? So be prepared to kind of just give them some ideas of what you're thinking and how you plan to handle that. As far as like planning, like what is your process of planning a lesson, and what is your goal when you always do a lesson and stuff like that. So just cut some type of ideas and plans, and depending on what grade you're teaching or what subject you're teaching, maybe a couple of ideas on what you plan on doing with that if you have taught that subject before, or something that relates to that subject before. You can definitely pull those experiences in. And number 7, okay, show you're willing to learn and grow. And this is important for me, because it's a lot that you have to learn, especially if this is your first year teaching. It's a lot that you have to learn. It's a lot that comes with it. A lot of things, a lot of parts, a lot of moving, and you want to be open to learning more. You don't want to be that know-it-all person. You also don't want to be that person who can't take new ideas or take classic old ideas from the old school teachers and really work with those. You want to be very open and you want to be a sponge. But sometimes you got to take it with a grain of salt because you know best and you know your kids, of course. But you want to show that you're willing to learn and show that you're willing to grow. So, like I do in all my list videos or my list type videos, I'm going to go over the list really quickly. Again, like I said, if you have any more questions or anything that you feel like you need to add to this list, please definitely comment down below and go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. So, that list again was dress business casual. Number 2, come with your own questions to ask. Number 3, be professional but be yourself. Be yourself. Be yourself. Be yourself. You don't have to fit with anyone else. Be yourself. Okay, number 4, be prepared to tie your beneficial experiences to your answers to the questions that are asked during the interview, using those past work or personal experiences to show that you know what's going on, or you know how to respond, or you have some idea of what to do, and that you can apply. Number 5, be prepared to give your why, all your whys. Okay. Number 6, behavior management and planning ideas. Come prepared. Like I said, you don't need a whole lesson plan book, but just some basic ideas of plans that you have and the things that you have generating in your mind that will be beneficial to the students, your classroom, and the school. Number 7, show that you're willing to learn and that you're willing to grow. And if you do that, the job is yours. The job is yours. I promise. Okay. But for real, I promise that the job will be yours. Especially if, and the only way the job won't be yours is because you feel like that school is not the right fit for you. Or God feels like differently. God feels like that job is not the right place for you. I definitely think that God has some type of ideal of the desire. Not some type of ideal. God knows the desires of your heart and what you have going on inside your mind. So definitely God can work that out for you to be at the place that you need to be at the time that you need to be at it. So just keep filling out those applications, keep putting in for those interviews. You can do it. These tips that I'm giving is not just for teachers. Again, it can definitely be applied to anybody. So if you click on this video and you're not a teacher, you can still apply a lot of these tips and advice to your interviews. So anyways, happy teaching. I just wanted to come and do this video because I know that we have started our hiring process at our school. So I know that a couple of people are starting their hiring process and just looking at the applicants, and there's always new teachers coming in. There's always open positions and stuff like that. So definitely just keep on the lookout and definitely just be prepared for your interview as much as you can possible. I definitely want to show y'all my shirt before I get off this camera, but it's and it says free. Like I always do, come on folks back. Like I always do, I definitely leave my husband's Instagram and Facebook name down below at Pure Unity Designs. He definitely designed this shirt today, and it's one of the newer designs, and he also will be putting it on his Etsy shop. So if you want that shirt, definitely go check that out. It'll be in the description box down below. Okay, yeah, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you tap that notification bell so you can be notified every time your girl upload. Oh, alright, I forgot to tell y'all, I also bought me a new wig. Tell me what y'all think about it. It's very soft. It's a synthetic wig, but it's very soft. And this is my new weekend baby that I'm going to be wearing until I get my hair braided by my sister this weekend. But so the next time y'all see me, I probably won't have this on. I'm not sure. We'll see. But yeah, so if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and make sure you tap the notification bell so you can be notified every time your girl upload. And remember, be humble, be inspiring, be kind, y'all.